All right, Hans, Thomas over here with Najee Lopez. How you feeling today, man?
Feeling great, man.
Now, gotta ask you about your own career first before we talk about Edgar Berlanga. But you're coming off that explosive win, second round knockout. It was on May 10th. How you felt you looked out there? How you felt you performed?
Oh man, I felt like it was a decent performance. I feel like I got the guy out of there quicker than I expected. But you know, we don't get paid for overtime, so just on to the next.
How satisfied are you with the speed that your career is progressing right now?
Oh man, I'm loving the way my career going right now, man. Hopefully next year I get a eliminator, shoot for the get a world title shot soon.
Who do you view as the top guy in your division, not including yourself, obviously?
The top, of course, the Berlanga and Bivol. Then of course you got the Benavidez, the Dave Morrell he fighting this weekend. Those guys are the guys I look at like they at the top of the food chain right now.
If one of those guys in particular sticks out a little bit more, obviously Bivol has 3 of the belts, but there are a lot of people that felt like Benavidez won that fight. A lot of people look at Benavidez like he don't got all the belts, but he's probably the best guy out there. Like, do you look at one of those guys and say, yeah, I think he might be at the top of the food chain, like you said?
I really don't look at them like that, but on paper though, on paper they at the top. You know what I'm saying? Bivol, Berlanga, Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? I don't really look at them like, like they monsters like that. But on paper, they definitely put in that work.
Do you even pay attention? I mean, obviously you pay attention to guys like Benavidez and Bivol, but do you pay attention from the standpoint of those guys are a little bit older? Benavidez is 40, I believe. Bivol is 34. Benavidez is young. He's like 28. Morrell's 26. You're 25. So do you even think fights with Benavidez and Bivol are even going to be realistic, or you're just like, by the time you get there, they probably going to be out there?
Maybe. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't. It's not out the question. If they there, they there. You know what I'm saying? And I would love to share the ring with one of those guys. So.
Do you view any of, the Benavidez's, the Morrells, any really the guy Anthony Yarde, Cullen Smith? Who do you look at and say that guy's gonna be like the Mayweather to my Pacquiao, the Spence to my Crawford? Do you look at any of those guys, or maybe even like a young up and coming guy?
Yeah, a lot of them. When I do get to that stage when those fights is getting talked about, I feel like a lot of those fights is gonna make classics. I feel like a lot of those fights are gonna make classics, especially with what I'm coming with. So the light heavyweight division right now is definitely hot right now. So
talking about Benavidez, he's supposed to be taking on Anthony Yarde sometime in November. What do you think about Benavidez as a fighter overall?
Good damn fighter. He's definitely a good damn fighter.
How would a fight between you guys play out? That's something I've always kind of just thought in my own mind.
Fireworks, but I feel like this is gonna be his second fight at light heavyweight. And he's fighting Anthony Yarde, a seasoned vet. I'm definitely looking forward for that fight. But I feel like David Benavidez, I want to see if that strength and that power, I want to see if it comes up with him. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm stronger. I feel like I'm definitely stronger than David. My conditioning is there. Like that'll be a crazy fight. That'd be a crazy fight, me and David.
It seems like you look at a guy like Benavidez and like you kind of like start fiending for it. Like you kind of like really want a fight like that. And
man, that's what I'm in the game for, man. I want them legendary fighting classics. I wanna make fights like that where that shit gonna be. You're gonna look back at 20 years from now and be like, damn, that was a hell of a fight. David Benavidez, I feel like David Morrell will be a classic. Guys like that coming up. So.
Talk about your man, Edgar. Obviously, I'm not going to ask you if you think he's going to win. You obviously are going to rock with him. But how do you think it's going to
Nah, not even being biased. I just was talking about not even being biased. I just understand, like, the work he put in camp. The work we put in camp. And I feel like I'm a way better fighter than Sheeraz. And the work we put in, the rounds we put in sparring, I honestly believe Sheeraz don't got nothing for him.
So there's no part of Sheeraz's game where you're just like, I already think Edgar's gonna win, but gotta watch out for this. He's really good at that.
No. Edgar definitely, he better not sneak on Sheeraz. I feel like July 12th is we gonna see the best Sheeraz has ever been. That's gonna be the best Sheeraz. But like I said, even then, I feel like y'all also gonna see the best Edgar Berlanga too, because I know the work he put in. So well, it's not up to me. Edgar better not sleep on him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still a champion. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Edgar's definitely gonna win. I don't want to call it knockout, but however it goes, I feel like Edgar's gonna come out victorious.
Is it like an explosive fight? I feel like a lot of people think it's gonna be like one of those explosive bang out fights, or do you think it's more so a chess match until it gets to that, you know, explosive level?
From the first round, I'm talking about like Tommy Hearns Hagler. I feel like it's definitely gonna be one of those, but it's just whether or not we're gonna see if Sheeraz, because he's coming up in weight too.
Yeah.
I want to see if Sheeraz still can deal with that weight class, that 168, especially looking at his last fight with Adonis. He didn't really look too good, so it's definitely interesting to see how his game changed, his conditioning, his strength, his power, like see if it traveled with him. So